Nobody cares. My creative manifesto. Okay, it sounds fatalistic, pithy, or like a complaint, but it's really none of those things. In fact, it's how I can be most sure that someone will actually care about whatever it is that I'm creating. So for me, it is the way. The way to get things done. The way to alleviate myself from all the choices I make when I'm creating something. Whether making a short film or a piece of music, photograph, whatever it is. This is how I get past indecision and keep forward movement. Me and my friend Peter flew to Muscle Shoals for the day and visited the legendary Muscle Shoals Sound Studios. Countless hit records were made in this tiny shack by the highway. Everyone from the Rolling Stones to Paul Simon, Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin, Leonard Skinner, they all recorded there. There were days in this studio when, in one day, multiple hit songs were created. I was looking around the control room, and of course now it's outfitted with a digital Pro Tools recording setup, as any studio is now, basically. And it hit me. The reason so much magic happened here was because they didn't have endless options or time. They had to know the song, get the performances from the players, not cobbled together performances to some collage of fake perfection. They actually had to play it. They just went for it. No second guessing, no excessive pondering, alternate takes, no digital plugins to get lost in for hours. It just was what it was. In the moment, it sounded like a portrait of a time. When I was a music producer and an engineer by trade, artists that I worked with and were producing would often ask, "How long will it take to make this record, you think?" And my response was always, "It'll take every available minute that we schedule to do it. If we schedule a week, it'll take a week. If we book 5 weeks, we'll need every bit of that 5 weeks." The stuff of making any creative project is kind of gaseous. It just sort of expands and takes up all the space it's given to occupy. You can always make something better. There's always a tweak you can make. There's always something you can see later in the final product that you really think you should have done differently or more precisely or more tastefully. You'll always have things to second guess. You'll always wonder if you should have used another shot or another vocal take or used a different amplifier or a different camera, or wish you just would have taken more time. Telling myself no one cares is a way to sail over that gap of indecision, inertia, option fatigue, being self-critical, while in the process of creating, just removing that. So what happens is, beyond that is actually very interesting. You get the work done. You make what you're trying to make. It actually happens. I'm so glad whoever's watching this took this ride with me. Flying to Muscle Shoals to explore for a day with a friend is exactly the kind of day I imagined when I was first training. It's exactly what I wanted to be doing. No one in the next generation is going to care that me and my buddy Peter went on this adventure to Muscle Shoals. Not many people really will care in this time or in the future that I made this piece about my thoughts and what I felt was important to take from the trip. But this little narrative film piece would not exist had I not reminded myself nobody cares. but that's not really what I mean. I know that some of you really care, and I can't express to you how much I appreciate that.